Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Now at 6 a.m. on your Monday, a woman is seriously injured in an overnight weather-related crash in Lexington.
And we're looking outside for today. Storms down in the southern zones as of right now, but it's really this afternoon we need to be watching for potential strong to severe storms. I'll have those updates coming up.
2 men involved in a deadly Lexington home invasion are still on the run this morning. These stories plus breaking news as it happens coming up on WKYT This Morning.
Top of the morning to you and welcome. It's so good to have you with us on WKYT on Monday, October 6th after a big weekend and a big win for the Kentucky Wildcats. Folks still talking about it. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. In addition to that, we also had a wild weather weekend.
We did, with a tremendous change from almost 3 weeks of sunshine. And we're rolling with more changes now. Let's check in with meteorologist Micah Harris. This is a WKYT First Alert Severe Weather Day.
Yeah, and if you look at it outside, I mean, really not much going on except for the southern zones. We have a few thunderstorms. It's really the afternoon that you really start to see some things sprout up. And we're going to be watching that very close. But right now, just some heavy downpours here and there, and even some strikes of lightning, which wakes a few of us up. Today's forecast at 68. It's not about the temperatures. It's about the possibility of some severe weather. As Storm Prediction Center out of Norman, Oklahoma, has all of us highlighted. So if you're saying who has the best chance, everybody has a chance, okay? So we're really going to break down the timing of this hour by hour coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you very much, and let's get everybody up to the minute on the news this morning. The weather has already caused some problems in Lexington. A busy intersection was shut down for hours overnight, all because of a serious crash.
Yeah, this happened on Old Todd's Road near Palumbo Drive. WKYT's Sean Moody is live near the scene with the very latest.
Sean, good morning.
Good morning. Police are still trying to figure out exactly what led to the crash. Police believe speed may have been a factor. A firefighter on scene said wet roads may have also contributed. The crash happened just before midnight near the intersection of Palumbo and Old Todd's Road. They say the car was going outbound on Old Todd's when the driver lost control and crashed into a tree. The road was shut down from Palumbo Drive to Caden Lane for a while investigators tried to figure out exactly what led to the crash. They reopened the road just before 2 a.m. Now, at this point, we don't know how the driver is doing. Police say emergency crews rushed the woman who was driving that car to UK Hospital with life-threatening injuries. Live in Lexington, Sean Moody, WKYT.
All right, thanks so much, Sean. 4 members of a Kentucky family are dead after a 6-car crash in Tennessee. This Friday night crash happened on I-40 in Wilson County. The Tennessee Highway Patrol says 2 vehicles stopped without warning, causing 4 other cars to wreck. 4 people in one of those cars died. Mike and Monica Cruce and teenagers Stephen and Joshua were from Benton, Kentucky. Another driver from Lebanon is charged with DUI.
It's now 6:03 on WKYT This Morning. We're tracking a crime alert in Lexington this morning after a deadly home invasion over the weekend. Police say a man was shot to death by 2 masked men. As police search for suspects, the victim's employer is now stepping up to try to help out his family. WKYT's Mark Barber is live in Lexington to explain that. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Bill. Those close to 36-year-old Darnell Bates say he was just promoted to general manager here at Goo Goo Car Wash on North Limestone 2 weeks ago. Police say the father of 2 was shot and killed around 4:50 yesterday morning when 2 men forced their way into his home on Addy Street. Investigators tell us Bates was in the front room of his house and the home invaders shot him in the back when he started fighting back. Officers say they are still trying to figure out why he was shot. We're told police are interviewing his cousin and a friend who were in the house during the shooting. We're told the armed men were last seen running toward 5th Street and Broadway, wearing masks and dark clothes. Bates' co-workers tell us his death has left them angry and confused.
We don't know where to go from there. It's all new to us. It's all fresh. It's unreal. It is a tragedy that should never happen.
They have set up a donation jar here at the car wash to help cover the cost of his funeral and to benefit his 11-year-old daughter. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, Mark, thank you very much. And a man in Kentucky and southern Kentucky charged with murder after a deadly weekend crash. State police say Rodney Bowling crossed the center line on Highway 421 in Clay County. He crashed head-on into a pickup, killing Ronnie Mitchell. 2 passengers in the truck have been flown to UK Hospital. Bowling was taken to a local hospital. He was later charged with murder, assault, and DUI.
New this morning, 2 men are in jail after police say they were high on drugs while driving with a baby. Sheriff's deputies in Laurel County tried to pull over Anthony Lawson, but investigators say he then pulled into the Walmart parking lot, ran into the store. He was arrested inside. Police also charged Estelle Hoskins, who stayed in the car with Lawson's 7-month-old child. Both are facing several drug and wanton endangerment charges. Lexington police are investigating a rash of vandalisms at a Lexington church. Several cars near St. John's Missionary Baptist were damaged over the weekend. Someone slashed tires and broke out car windows. A church van was also damaged. Church members say they've been targeted before.
I wish they would just leave this alone.
Johnson hopes to have the church van repaired by the end of the week.
Well, it was a huge win for the Kentucky Wildcats. We all know that. It's been all the talk. But one fan, a former UK football player, was seriously hurt while celebrating at the game. University says Brad Durham fell from the upper deck of Commonwealth Stadium just before Saturday night's game ended. Durham graduated from Rockcastle County High School in 2007, and he went on to play for UK as an offensive lineman. As he fights to recover, the Big Blue Nation is rallying behind him.
Luckily, through social media, I could find out pretty quick what was going on and what was happening, made a few phone calls and found out how severe and how serious the injury was.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely prepared. That's no fault on the coaches there. We were plenty prepared.
At last check, a family member said Durham was still in intensive care at UK. Well, happening today, Georgetown College will remember a recent graduate after she was killed in South America. The memorial for Erica Hagan will be at the John L. Hill Chapel this afternoon. She was found dead in her apartment in Chile last month. Investigators have arrested a security guard at the school that she worked in connection with Hagan's death. Our time this morning coming up on 6:07.
All right, we're checking now to see how traffic is moving this morning.
And let's go to Officer Don, check on live drive traffic. Good morning, Don.
Good morning. Well, the roads are a little wet in places, so we're dealing with that, but traffic's still light enough where we haven't any major issues. Over at Manowar and Parker's Mill, an earlier fender bender should be cleared now, so traffic should be moving through there okay. As we get a look live outside right now at I-75, I-64, that is the northern split. Now, on our Waze map, there's nothing major popping up. Right now, live drivers reporting it's a smooth ride in around the city. Downtown looks okay, too. We'll keep an eye on things and, of course, keep you up to date throughout the morning. Now, back to you.
All right, and Officer Don and Deanna are on 98.1 The Bull with good music and fun when you get in your car this morning. And WKYT this morning is just getting started. So good to have you with us on a Monday.
It's 6 a.m. Do you know where your teeth are? Hope so. I'll look at some of the interesting items that were left behind at this year's Oktoberfest.
And we're looking outside for the potential for strong to severe storms going in toward that afternoon and off into the evening hours. Everyone is under this slight chance for today. We'll really go over this and break down the details coming up in just a few minutes.